we're going through the Arturia MiniFreak's effects, and now we have reached the Bitcrusher. The Bitcrusher basically reduces the resolution of the digital signal and also can act as a decimator, removing some of the samples from the digital sound. Now, I'm not a digital guy, so if you want a really in-depth explanation of what that means, you'll have to seek it elsewhere, okay? No, but I'm going to demonstrate what it sounds like. So the decimator, let's choose it. Or Bitcrusher. Bitcrusher has kind of a cool effect. I don't know. I love those little videos. You get little videos with this synth. You don't get that with a vintage Yamaha CS5. Although that'd be cool if you did. Anyway, so the decimator, or the Bitcrusher. Okay, we have the dry wet all the way to wet, which I'm going to keep it there. And I'm just going to start turning up the decimate. Let's turn it back just a little bit. If you turn it, if you find some place where it's happening, but it's very subtle, again, you get a more natural sound because there's more variation in it. Yes, that variation is caused by destruction, but still, it makes it sound more like a real thing because there is variance in the sound, and the lack of perfection is just an acoustic trait of more things than not. Vintage synths are messy, so anything that makes it sound messy is going to give you the sense of a vintage synth. And for example, you could be using this with distortion on another low level using another one of the 3 effects possibilities. This is my favorite. I shall now play Clair de Lune. I'm just joking. I don't know Clair de Lune. I don't even know what that was. But anyhow, the joke is that we've now lost tonality. So there is decimation occurring on a level where tonality vanishes. And that's really cool, and that's something you could like hook up to the mod slider and just add that sort of craziness as it suited you in the midst of having it at a lower level where you could get more tonality. So that is decimate, and the middle knob is bit depth. So that's more. This is more like the Bitcrusher knob. Which is more distortion. That's really cool. Man. Yeah, the harmonic content is starting to make other notes, and harmony is being created. That's pretty cool. That is so awesome. I can't even believe it. I didn't even find this before. It really acts just as distortion. And then let's throw in the decimator. Things could get really messy. And again, I've said it a trillion times with a synth. Yes, here's some cool tonal music put through this bit crushing, distorting effect. But, you know, you can also be using this for sound design. These effects can be added to a variety of sounds that you have in here in order to create new sound effects, new, you know, any number of things that aren't some old guy playing tonal music through it. So keep that in mind, and don't forget that, like what I was just doing with the time knob, which is not time but actually decimation, you could be doing with you know, the modulation touchpad or some other modulation. And we might be interested in hearing some of this without so much of the effect itself. By turning down the percentage of the effect, we can get, of course, more of our tonal sound back while keeping that intense destruction and giving you something like this. And you can always take some of the weirdness out with your filter as well. Or not, but still, that sounds cool. Do we have other? With the Bitcrusher, there are no subtypes. Okay, so that has been the Bitcrusher effect on the Arturia MiniFreak.